Hi everyone. In today's challenge, we have this problem top k frequent elements and the problem number is 347. Alright guys, so what we are going to do first of all, we are going to clearly understand what this problem says. After that, we are going to move to the logic part. We are going to see how we can solve this particular problem. And after that, we are going to move to the implementation part. We are going to implement our logic in C++, Java and Python programming language. Fine guys, now let's see what this problem says, right? So problem says given an integer array nums and an integer k, right? So one thing is clear input. What we are given? We are given an array first of all, an array, and second is integer, right? So two things is given. After that, return the key most frequent elements, and after that, you may return the answer in any order. So guys, the first line says that what is given, right? So it says about input. Second line says what we have to do. We have to return key most frequent element. Means the key most frequent element from this nums array. After that, third line says you may return the answer in any order. Means order doesn't matter in our answer. So let's understand this particular problem statement with this example one. So in example one, you can see we have this particular array, right? 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3, right? So here if you will notice, then 1 occurring 3 times, right? This is 3 times, and 2 occurring 2 times, and 3 occurring 1 time. I hope this makes sense, right? Now what we have to do, we have to just find out the most that particular element which occurring most time, right? So here we can say 1 occurring 3 times, so it is the most frequent element for now, right? So we have taken 1, so 1 has been removed from here. Now what is the most occurrence out of these two elements? This is 2. It is because it is coming 2 times, so we have taken 2 as well, right? As we have to take only 2 elements because k is to 2, so we are going to return this particular list 1 comma 2. And you can see guys, order doesn't matter, that means we can also return 2 comma 1. So this was the problem statement. We have to just find k most frequent element from our nums array. The problem is clear, right? I hope it is clear. If it is clear, then let's move to the logic part, right? So let me write here logic and let's see how we can solve this particular problem. And believe me guys, this is a very easy problem, right? So let me write here logic. Now here we are going to follow only 4 steps: 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you will definitely understand the logic part if you understood this 4 part. The first part is nothing but you first of all, I want to ask one thing from you. Whenever you need to find the occurrence of any particular, we can say array, anything, then what do you use? Which data structure you use? Right? We use a hash map, right? What it do? It use a key value pair thing and it store the value in place of key, the occurrence, right? So if I tell you in detail, then the key value pair of this, the first of all, at zero index, one was there, so it is coming 1 time. At second index, one was again there, so it's gonna increment this. It's gonna say one is coming 2 time now. Third time again one is there, so it's gonna increment this one and say one is coming 3 time now. And on the third index, two is there, so it's gonna say two is not there. So let's write 2 comma 1. Two is coming only 1 time. Then two is again coming, so it's gonna increment the two's value, which is 2 now. Then 3 is 1. So what it's going to do, it's going to hash map is just going to find us give us the occurrence of each unique element, right, in this our array. So what we are going to do, we are going to say may build a hash map, or we can say map, or we can say dictionary in Python, right? So build a hash map or dictionary we can say, or we can say map only, unordered map, any map, right? After that, what we are going to do, we are going to say when we have built a hash map, just convert into a array, convert into array. Why converting into array? Because once we know the hash map, so it's going to look like this, one coming 3 times. So initially hash map, it does not maintain an order, right? So it's maybe like 3 coming at 1 first of all, then we have 2 2, then we have 1 3, right? So this is maybe the reason, right? So once this is a hash map we have right now in this our programming, what we are going to, we are going to convert into an array, so which will look like this: 3 comma 1, 2 comma 2, and 1 comma 3, right? So converting into an array, or you can say list in your Python programming language. The third step will be nothing but simple sort this. So let me make it a little bigger size. So third step is nothing but sort the list or array, right? Now here the main logic come. Here two things you need to keep in mind: sort on the basis of zero, not zero, one indexes, and reverse order. So two things you need to remember. Here you can see I have this list. Now I have to sort on the basis of one indexes of each element. So if I sort on the one indexes and in reverse order, so 3 is the biggest element, right? So it's going to come at the first, so 1 comma 3. Then we can say 2 is the next biggest element, so it's going to come at the second position. Then 3 comma 1, which is going to come at the last position. Now once we have done this third step, fourth step is nothing but take first k element. So we are going to take first k element, so which is going to be nothing but, if I change the color, then the first key element is here k was 2, so we are going to take this 2 element, and we are going to take in those element only the first value, which is nothing but 1 and 2. So we are going to return that 1 and 2. So let me write a fourth step: take only key element, take key element, and it should be first, right? So simple step guys, first of all what you have to do, you have to make a hash map from this nums array. After that, once you have made an hash map, you can convert it into array list, or you can convert it into vector. Once you convert it into vector, you can sort on the basis of one indexes and in reverse order. Once you have done this particular part, you have taken out the first key element, right? So this was the simple basic logic I would say you need to know to solve this particular problem. The another method is nothing but which we can say using a heap. So that is also same way, which is also going to take a big of and log and time complexity. So better to do this like this, right? So okay, now let's move to the implementation part and see how we can implement these 4 points in our Python, C++, and Java programming language. So now first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with the Python, and what I'm going to do, guys. So for Python, let's take first of all what we are going to do. We are going to use a map. So not map in we have dictionary, right? So we are going to make a dictionary. So we can say collection dots default dict, and here I'm going to say integer, right? Default dict should be integer, right? After that, once this is done, we are going to say we are going to use we can also store in a number, so we can directly say for value in nums, and we can say dictionary of value or should be plus equal to 1. Once this is done, we have stored in map. Now we are going to sort it, right? So we can sort dictionary dot items. So this item is nothing but it's going to give us a list, and we are going to sort this list into a one indexes, right? So we can say lambda x and x of 1, and after that in reverse order, so we can say reverse is equal to 2. So once this is done, it is going to return a list, so we can store in our array variable. Now we have our array variable. We're going to just traverse over only k time for I in the range of k, and we're going to say result should be result dot append this arr of I dot 0 next, right? So let me write here define our that particular result variable as well. So result initially is nothing but empty, right? So once this is done, we are going to return our result. And by the way guys, I have already submitted one time because this is my second take of making this video, so you will not see like stick part, right? And here I'm getting an error just because lambda take, what is this? So okay, so I have to use a key, right? How will you come to know what is this? So I have to say this is a key to store this particular dictate item. Okay, now let's see, you can see both the test case pass. So let's try to submit this code. All right, so it will definitely get submitted, right? And you can see that it's got submitted. Fine. Now guys, what we are going to do, we are going to use a C++, which I have already done, right? I have to do again because this is my second retake, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to say first of all make a map. So map which is integer of integer, and the name is I'm going to give dictionary. After that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say for int value of this nums. All right, and here what I'm going to say, I'm going to say dictionary dot value should be plus equal to 1. This is what we do, right? To find a occurrence of a single number in an array. So once we done, we have find it the all the occurrence of an unique elements. Once we find it, we are going to convert into a vector. So we can say vector, and this is going to be pair of int comma int, right? So this is going to be vector of pair, and the name I'm going to give is nothing but arr. After that, I'm going to say for not int for auto data in our dictionary. What I'm going to do, I'm going to say this arr dot push back, and we can say this data dot. Now guys, here the logic come data dot first comma data dot second. It's fine, right? We can do like this. So it what it's going to do, it's going to convert all the maps, like all the data of maps into a vector, right? And but the main we can say the loss of doing this is nothing but we have to sort again on the basis of index 1, right? If we do like this, we have to sort on the basis of first index. But if we do like this, we insert first second, then data dot first, then we don't need to you make our comparator. It by default only gonna we can say sort on the basis of 0 indexes, and we want to now sort on 0 indexes because now we have inserted second, that means value on the 0 index. To be more simple way, I can say that we need to sort on the basis of 1 indexes because the value are storing on the basis of 1 indexes, right? But if we are inserting the 1 value at the 0 index and 0 value at the 1 index, if we are swapping them, then we need to sort now on the 0 indexes, right? And by default we can say sorting in C++ sort in a 0 index way, right? So once this is done, what we are going to do, we are going to say now sort this particular array dot r begun and array dot rn, means we are sorting it on the reverse order. Once we have sorted, we are going to take first k element, right? For int I is equal to 0, I less than k, I plus plus, and we can say now my result should push back this particular arr of I. Now arr of I of, we can say second. And now what is arr? Sorry, result, we have to define it, right? So result is going to be nothing but vector. So we can say vector of int comma result. Now let's return this result as well, and let's run this first of all, see whether we are getting any error, and we can simplify this particular line as well. So we are getting also an error which is nothing but we haven't put a comma, right? So let me write a put a comma. So I'm just making a short, and so I'm just removing this because we have only one line in for loop, so we can remove this curly braces as well. So let's try to run this code, and also we can move right. See guys, both the test case passed. So let's try to run one again, and here you can see it got submitted, right? So it got passed all the test case. Now let's try to submit this code as well. So I hope it will get submitted. Okay, you can see that, right? Now let's move to the last programming language, that is nothing but Java. In Java, what we are going to do, we are going to say map, and we are going to say integer and integer. So let me write an integer, and this is going to be nothing but dictionary, and this is going to be new hash map. All right. After that, we are going to traverse over this num. Okay, and what we are going to do, we are going to say dictionary dot put value and dictionary dot get or default this particular value comma 0 plus 1. What it's going to do, it's going to count the occurrence of each element in this num array. Now first step is done. Now second step is stored in a list, right, or array. So we're going to say list, and we can say after that we can say map dot entry, and here we can do what we can say integer of integer, integer of integer, and here what we can do, we can say what we can do, we can say like give any name. Here I'm array is new, and here we can say array list, and here we can pass our dictionary dot entry set, right? Once this is done, what we are going to do, we are going to say for we have stored in our list, right? So we are going to sort it, right? So we can say array dot sort and use a lambda, and here we can say lambda method. Here we can say b dot get value should be bigger than a dot get value, right? So we are sorting in, we can say, all right. So this is done, right? I hope this makes sense. Now we have sorted b dot get value should be greater than a dot get value. Fine. And now what are we going to do? Let me do these things, right? So this is gonna make. Do I'm losing any concept? All right. So I have done this way. Now it is fine, right? Now once we have sorted this particular thing, now what we are going to do, we are going to say just take first we can say int I is equal to, let me first of all show this. First of all, take all first k element, right? So for int I is equal to 0, I less than k, I plus plus, take only first k elements. So I can say first of all, let me define my resultant array. So I can say int of result is going to be nothing but new int of k. So this is going to create a new empty array of k size. After that, what we are going to do, we are going to say result dot not result dot add. Now what or we can say index, right? It is an array, so we can use result of I is equal to, now we can say array of get of I, and after that once we are getting I, we can use a get key. After that we can result simply return this result array, right? So let's run this code and see whether what we are getting, right? So I got an error because I was feeling that something is getting miss here. So a dot b is going to be nothing but not curly braces, right? I forgot how to use a lambda function, I don't know. You can see both the test case pass, right? Now let's try to submit this code as well, and I hope it will also get submitted. And you can see guys, it also got submitted. So we have solved this particular problem in C++, Java and Python programming language, and also we have seen the logic part in detail, right? So I hope you got something, at least something in this particular video. If you learned something new in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Meet you in the next video.